This ain't even the game we're talking about, but you know what? I'ma say it. Bring Sia back. She was a bold one, Nintendo. That outfit and whips? Y'all ain't got no shame, huh?
Everybody like, hey, are you ready to go? Ready to go? Everybody like, hey.
Alright, what's up y'all? Soul here and welcome back to my story mode. So, I have done literally everything I can at this point in the game. Reviews in progress, and I'm super sorry, but I had to take a small break from the game for a little bit because good lord did I want to break the neck of whoever came up with the goddamn Korok seed concept. Let me hear that this person gave us another 900 plus Korok seeds in Breath of the Wild 2. I dare you! I swear to God someone's neck is getting juiced. So, now we're at the end of the game, and you know what that means? That's right, we get the rest of the game via DLC. Not that the game is unfinished by any means, but we're in a time where a lot of necessary content is hidden away to pay for later, because that's just the age we live in now, I guess. So, what in God's good name do they have hidden away for us? Well, I have a bit of a hunch. Hear me out. I believe that we're 100% going to get the origin story of Astor. Is there really anything to argue here? Seems kinda obvious. Another potential spoiler alert for those of you that might want to avoid it, so I'll give y'all a second to, dip on out of here if you need to. Sick. We got some data mined voice clips of a couple of characters, but most importantly, Astor, who we can literally hear calling out the other main characters, which only happens when you switch in between them, so his playability is more than inevitable. So, why would we get his storyline as DLC? Well, think about it. We know nothing about this man. We were introduced to him through the Yiga clan, who failed in their mission to kill Zelda. We just knew him as their boss of sorts. And in that same cutscene, we were introduced to the corrupted version of Teriko, who is the harbinger of Ganon. Where the hell he got that thing from is beyond me, but that's why I can say with confidence that we can at least be sure they aren't going to leave us this far in the dark, especially since the game's storyline could be crucial to that of Breath of the Wild 2. To understand why he became a simp for Calamity, we first have to know where his power came from, and why he decided to use it to assist the opposing side. There are times within the series where Ganon has a right-hand man in some way, shape, or form, whether it be Aghanim, Vati, Zant, or Yuga, and, one of the most directly notable, Girahim, since he was quite literally a weapon of demise. These are people who will stop at nothing to make sure that Ganon's reign is secured. So it's safe to say that this new guy, Astor, is simply that, meant to be a reincarnation of sorts to be Ganon's ultimate pawn, taking care of business when he simply can't. Some of the most notable things about Astor are his purple cloak, reminiscent to that of the fortune tellers from Link to the Past, the diamond necklace, which is quite similar to that of Girahim's funny enough, and that damn orb he carries around. What's a lot less noticeable is the Malice Eye headband he wears on his head, and the wristbands that vaguely resemble that of Ashika's. Everything here has to have a story. Why is it that the purple cloak he wears has a symbol that resembles the Gerudo's when he clearly isn't one? Where did he obtain this powerful orb that allows him to literally suck the souls out of people? And, possibly my biggest question, if he grew up in a small village in Hyrule like the official text in the game claims, why is it that he wants to work for something that would want to destroy everything he knows? Believe it or not, man, children ain't born evil. I know that's hard to swallow, but they gotta learn about evil before they can harbor it. I can dig and dig all day, but at the end of it, none of this will be confirmed until we have our chance at the most likely on its way DLC. So, how about I try and answer some of my own questions, or at least take a crack at what I believe is gonna happen in the story of Astor. For starters, the cloak. How in the world did he get it? I have a hunch that this cloak is going to tell us exactly how Astor became corrupted, and I believe that there's two ways that this could have gone down. One, he was corrupted by the body of Ganon himself. It's likely that at some point earlier in Astor's life, his corruption happened upon discovering the body of Ganon, something I don't think anyone had done in about maybe 10,000 years. All of the malice floating around Ganon's body likely affected Astor, and he heard Ganon's wish, and that could have easily taken him over. As Ganon's ultimate henchman, he likely took that cloak off of his body to become the walking symbol for the return of Calamity. 2. Harbinger Teriko corrupted Astor himself. As we know, our Teriko time traveled in an attempt to escape Calamity. Why he has this power, we still have no idea. Harbinger is either the exact same Teriko or something very similar, so it's not hard to believe that he would have this exact same time travel power. Harbinger likely traveled through time to obtain this power to corrupt this new timeline. Old or young, Astor may have stumbled upon Harbinger, fixed him up, and was influenced by Calamity that way. Imagine that. A little bundle of absolute chaos walking right up to your front doorstep. Incredible. Bad Teriko could have done the dirty deed himself, or guided this young dumb fortune teller or prophet down to Ganon's lair, where his goal was set in motion. Either way, I'm fully under the impression that Astor grabbed this thing off the corpse of Ganon, since there's just no possible way he himself could be a Gerudo. He ain't got that pretty nose. I don't know what race dude is, but he ain't that. And there's no way he just grabbed it from them himself, because they hate men. No voes allowed, bro. This corruption of Astor would also explain why he's so willing to lay waste to everything for Ganon. There's a chance he may not have always been evil, but that version of him is now long gone, replaced with this vessel meant to serve as nothing more than the Foreseer of Calamity. So, where did he get his power from? Well, when we pay attention, most if not all of his power comes from that big ass orb he always carries around. This thing looks like a giant modified version of an ancient core found in the build of Guardians. So, much like the Guardians themselves, it wouldn't be all that crazy to believe that this is some very powerful ancient Sheikah tech that he got his hands on via Harbinger's instruction. This way, he would be able to literally view the outcome of Calamity's reign and take the steps necessary to achieve it. We can't be sure as to why or how the Sheikah made this, but then again, how did they make anything? Those dudes are technological geniuses. Seriously! It's likely that we'll learn about its purpose in the DLC. Since it's his main form of attack, it's likely to show up in his origin, since there has to be a point where he trains with it and learns how to use it. It would also make sense if he got his hands on it by killing a specific type of Sheikah. Maybe say some ancient ones that have the wristbands that he's wearing right now. Whatever the case may be, this character's got a lot going on. Like I always say for brand new games, they have no reason not to give us something to work with until we get our hands on the newest installment. And Age of Calamity gives me the vibes that they're gonna make the most out of this game that they absolutely can. Playable Calamity Ganon is a prime example. They gave us a chance to work hard enough and earn something, kinda nice for our troubles. Speaking of playable characters, Harbinger Ganon will most likely be a playable character as well, considering he's a big part of Astor's story. I can't wait to play a slimy stick man. It's gonna be great. Well, that about does it for my theory on what the DLC is gonna look like later next year. I can't give you even a hint of an idea of what the release date would be, since, we haven't even had this game for a full month yet, so I don't see that happening anytime soon. So don't do what I did. Please, take your time with this game, cause I beat this thing like a bad husband. Well, alright, it looks like you've made it to the end of the video. So on that note, I would love to thank you guys ever so much for watching. I truly do hope you enjoyed, and I want to hear everything that you guys think about this possibility for DLC. Do you think this is absolutely ridiculous? Does it seem fairly obvious? I want to know everything in your guys' arsenal. Hit me with everything you got and let me know how wrong or right I am about the story of Astor and what we're going to be learning when we get the DLC, most likely later next year sometime. Again, this is all just a hunch. This is not official. I'm just taking a gander. I'm just taking a big guess at it. So anyway, I want to hear you guys' thoughts in the comment section below. Let's have a conversation about it. I'm super curious. And on that note, I think I'm going to go ahead and skedaddle on out of here. Thank you guys again. I hope you enjoyed. Do me the greatest favor of dropping a like and a comment. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Make sure to subscribe for more. And I'll be seeing you guys next time. Do me the greatest favor of taking good ass care. And I'll see you all then.